Microsoft Excel, getting around a worksheet using the keyboard. We're in a file called Formatting Exercise, and our active cell is currently A6. So I'm going to move the mouse away and I'm going to start to use keys on the keyboard. So if you want to, just notice the following keys on your keyboard so that when I press them you're aware of what I'm pressing. The dedicated arrow keys, that's the keys that have nothing but arrows on them. And if you're using a large keyboard, they're towards the right hand side of the screen of your keyboard, between the numeric keypad and the main keyboard. There's 4 keys. One's simply got an up arrow, a down arrow, one's got a right arrow, and one with a left arrow. Also notice the control key on your keyboard, and it's normally at the bottom left hand corner and the bottom right hand corner of the main keys. Also the F5 key, which is way up in the top row with all the other F keys, F1, F2, F3, F4, F5, etc. Now I'm going to start off using the arrow keys. So notice the current active cell is A6, and when I press the up arrow it takes us to cell A5, and I continue to press the up arrow and it changes our active cell every time we press it. If I press the down arrow, if I press the right arrow, and if I press the left arrow, and I'm going to press the up arrow till I get to the top. So pressing your arrow keys will move you one cell at a time. If I now press and hold the control key down and I keep it down, and then I press the arrow keys, I'll press the down arrow, watch what happens. It takes me to the end of that range. There's a range of information here. It's taken me down to the bottom left hand cell in that range. Now my finger is still on the control key. I haven't taken it off. If I press the down arrow again, it takes me to the top of the next range. Press down arrow again, the bottom of the next range. And if I press down arrow again, it takes me to the end of my spreadsheet. Notice a spreadsheet can have a maximum of 65,536 rows. My finger is still on the control key and I'm going to press the up arrow. So it's control up arrow, and every time I press it, it takes me to the beginning of a new range. That's to the beginning or the end of a new range. And I'm going to take my finger off the control key now. And one last keyboard combination I'm going to show you is the F5 key. If I press the F5 key, we come up with the Go To dialog box. And I'm going to move my mouse just to show you the reference area here. It currently says A1. Now notice this whole area is highlighted black, which means if I type something, then what I type will replace what's currently there. And I'm going to type in C3. Notice also that the OK button has got a dark line around it. That means it's the active button, and when I press the Enter key on the keyboard, it's the OK key or OK button that will be activated. So I'll move my mouse away, and after I press Enter, the active cell should be C3. And there it is. C3 is now the active cell, and that's moving around Excel using the keyboard.